Set A, Test 2. This is the second test in your maths revision pack. If you want to make sure that you've answered all the questions before you watch this video, and then mark it while you watch me calculate all the answers. So, which symbol do I need to write to show the relationship between 0.08 and 0.008? Well, this is the bigger number because that represents 800ths. Whereas this represents 8,000ths. So I need this symbol here because 0.08 is greater than 0.008. That gets you 1 mark. At a book fair, 1,974 fiction books and 875 non-fiction books were sold. What was the total number of books sold at the fair? So the word total suggests I need to add these two numbers, making sure that my columns are nice and lined up. Should have 2,849. 1 mark for that. Number 3, circle the value which is equivalent. Now I know equivalent means the same, so I'll annotate the question, to the weight of the rucksack. The rucksack is 1.25 kilograms. Now I know that that 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. So I've times that by 1,000, the rest of the numbers times by 1,000 as well. So that would be 1,250 grams, and that gets you 1 mark. Right, 2 2/5 as an improper fraction. So what I've got here is I've got 2 whole cakes and then 2/5 of a cake. And I want to represent all of this as fifths, as an improper fraction. How many fifths make a whole cake? 5/5. 5/5. Altogether I have 5, 10, 12 fifths, which makes 2 whole cakes and then 2/5. That gets you 1 mark. Next one, what is the missing angle P in this diagram? Now you can see these are not angles at 2 intersecting lines like that. We know that they're opposite, but this isn't the case here. These are angles that meet at a point. So I need to think about my angle rules. Well, I know that angles at a circle make 360 degrees. I know angles on a straight line make 180 degrees. Now if I look here, I know that this is 90. And this is 90, so this is a straight line, which means that this plus this must equal 180. So how am I going to work out what P is? I'm going to do 180, take away 56. And P, you should have 124 degrees to get you 1 mark. Number 6. Shape B is made by folding shape A in half along the dotted line. What is the perimeter of shape A? I know perimeter means a distance all around the outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to label all the information that I know. I know that this is 1 centimetre. I know that that's 5. I know that that's 4. If it's been folded in half, then this is going to be exactly the same. And then all you need to do is add them all up to work out the perimeter. So 1, 5, 10, that's 10 as well. So you should have 20 centimetres as your answer, and that gets you 2 marks. Question 7. The diagram below shows how far Dana has skied down a ski slope. She started there, she has travelled 4 kilometres, the total distance is 5 kilometres. So she has travelled 4/5 of the way. She still has 1/5 of the way to travel. You are asked what percentage of the total distance has she got left to ski. So I need to turn 1/5 into a percentage. Now percentage means out of 100. So what have I times 5 by to make 100? I've times it by 20. So I also need to do that to the top. 1/5 is equivalent to 20 100ths, which means it's equivalent to 20%. And that's the percentage of the total distance she has got left to ski. 2 marks for 20%. Carlos has written a square number on a piece of paper. He says the number is a factor of 28. Write down the 2 numbers that Carlos could have written. So I'm going to work like Laura List here, and I'm going to write down all the square numbers in order. So 2 squared, 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25. There's no point going any further because I know they're not going to be factors of 28. 1 times 28 is 28, so 1 could be one of the options. 4 also goes into the 28, 4 times 7. So I know that the 2 square numbers that Carlos could have written are 1 or 4, and that gets you 1 mark. If you want to add up, see how you did, and give yourself a score out of 10.